This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so today I'm going to teach you one topic which is called virtual box and then WSL. And finally, we'll go into the Linux command also a little bit of it. Now, first thing why we are doing this session. So the agenda is very simple. How to how to how to set up a lab, okay, lab in our laptop. That is a agenda. Okay. So because you'll be installing lots of tools, right? Uh, uh, but where you will be installing it? So option number one, you may have a laptop. That is, you must be having laptop. That is one thing. Or you can go for cloud. Now laptop, the same infrastructure, if you set it up, it is a free because that is already owned by you. Cloud, it's a paid. So we will teach you cloud also, but if you try in laptop, first of all, you'll get hands-ons also. And second thing is like you get a greater control with lots of, flexibility. So these are the topics which we have, which will internally help you to set up a lab in your laptop. Did you understand that, all of you? All of you? Uh, Guys, you have to be responsive, okay, a little bit, so that way we
Cloud,
can get
which
started.
one would you prefer, Azure or AWS?
In this batch, we have AWS. So AWS will be taught for all of you.
So, do we want us to do in cloud or laptop? Laptop, like you're giving us the option, right? We do it as per our
Yeah.
convenience, right?
So both I'll teach you, but because you have to first try in your laptop, you can try, and after that we can get a free trial account, which you'll get it around 1 year, free trial for that cloud. You can use it, but the cloud you cannot. If you use for the heavy lifting, that's a paid services, so you'll have to be a little bit careful actually for that. Okay, so first thing, how to set up a lab in our laptop. So using virtual machines. Okay, using virtual machines. Now first question is, what is virtual machines? Anyone would like to tell me what is virtual machines? Anyone?
Virtual machines are like servers, so they are
Mm,
created on the we have two types of on hypervisor, like there type 1 and type 2 we have. So they are wo- they are based on the hypervisor.
right. Yeah. So here, understand this way. Okay. Let me draw pictures. Probably it will give you the little bit of idea on this. So this is a hardware. When we say hardware, that means RAM, CPU, hard disk and all. And top of that, this is the hardware. And top of that, we have kernel, which we learned last time. Remember? Operating system. Correct? Now, what we are doing, we are installing one software. This software. Okay. There's so many softwares are there, but we are installing on software on top of it. Now this software, the category of software, we call it hypervisor. What do we call it? Hypervisor. So this hypervisor, what it will do, again, this is a software running on this kernel. This hypervisor talk to the kernel, and through kernel talk to the hardware. Okay, get the hardware resources and create a virtual machines. Now in a virtual machines, what you have? You have kernel here also. One more virtual machines, kernel here also. See here. So here we had a base kernel, but here also in the virtual machines, here also we have kernel, here also you have kernel, here also you have kernel. So how many machines you got it right now in this image? How many machines you got? This is the one machine, this is a second, this is third, and this is the fourth. Now this can be Windows kernel, this can be Linux kernel. So in one machine it can be Windows or Linux. You can have multiple virtual machines in a simple way. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is a virtual machine. Why we need multiple machines? In a DevOps, you need 3-4 machines actually. So I'm assuming all of you have a good amount of configurations, like at least 8 GB RAM. That if you have lesser than that, that is a problem. So if it is a 16, superb. If you are 32 GB, that is you are God actually in the computing world. Too much you have content, too much compute you have. Okay, so here 8 GB is minimum requirement for it for creating multiple virtual machines. So I want to show you one image which is called virtualization. Okay, formally this is a good. So look at this here, something same image I tried to depict. Look at this, understand the virtual machines, because everything you will be running the virtual machines. Either these virtual machines will be running in your laptop or AWS. It's the same thing. So see hardware, host OS, hypervisor, guest OS means this is kernel, this is again kernel, this is again kernel, and then you can run your applications. Clear, all of you? What is virtual machines? Yeah. So now the question is, this category is important. Hypervisor. So hypervisor only create a virtual machines. Okay. So now next questions I'm having. Okay, fine. What are the list of hypervisor we have? List of hypervisor. Guys, there are so many hypervisor are there. Okay, this world is full of hypervisor. You see that here, list of hypervisors. Look at this. So many. Look at this. Microsoft's Hyper-V we have, and VMware is popular one. This is the VMware workstation. Apart from that also there's so many. But which one I'm using it? So I'm using the VirtualBox. VirtualBox. That's one of the hypervisor which I'm using it. So this VirtualBox is from the Oracle. Okay, this is the free. That's the reason we are using it, and easy to use. So this VirtualBox is from the Oracle, and now you can see that here. When I click on the download, look at this. You can download the Windows, you can download the Mac, you can download the Linux, Solidis also, and so on. So I am assuming all of you are having the Windows, correct? All of you? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So you will download this one, this exe. So now the question is, I need to how to install, download and install VirtualBox. So this is something you should get it from here as per your operating system. Maybe some of you must be having Mac also. It's up to you which one you want to go for it. Older version of Mac you have to see. By the way, this is the new latest one. Okay. So if your operating system is not supporting, you can go for 6.1. If 6.1 is not supporting, 5.1. I think 5.1 got deprecated by the way, but still you'll get the software somewhere in the repository. So you have to locate it. 7 is the latest one. 6 is also, I think I'm using, let me check that. I installed long back. And here I am having 6.1, see 6.1. Okay, so now the idea is we need to set up our laptop. Sorry, we need to set up a lab. Lab means multiple VMs we need. So we got to know what is virtualizations, what is a virtual machines, what are the hypervisor, and which one we are using it. Are you comfortable with it, all of you?
Yes.
Now download and install I will not teach you. I will not show you. Why? Because this is something which I think you are guru in it. Maybe recently I've stopped doing the installations and all, but you will be doing more actually. So just download one exe file in Windows and install it. Install means next, 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 and finish. That's all. Okay. So that is something which you can do it yourself. I'll share with you some guidance, maybe if it is available. So VirtualBox here, and here, look at this. And this is the one which will probably help you. By the way, it's for future. I mean, there's nothing great about it. Just download and install it. Okay. And here also there is a one thing which we have. See here. These are the screenshot which you can see. Next, 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 and done. So this is also you can follow it. Okay. So let's say after you install it, from there I will help you. So how to create VM? First of all, you have to decide whether you want Windows VM or Linux VM. In a DevOps world, 90% of this requirement you will need a Linux VM. Okay, 90%. Now, my questions to all of you is which one is preferred one? Tell me, which one is preferred one? Which one you want to learn? So let's go for the Ubuntu, right? Hello?
I was about to say Linux.
Linux is a flavor, no? I mean, Linux is operating system. You need to go for flavor. Multiple flavors are there. Okay, so we'll use Ubuntu. Linux is operating. See, understand. Linux is kernel, but we need a variant of it, right? For example, Windows is a kernel. Windows 6, Windows 7, Windows 7, 8 is operating system like that. So we'll go for the Ubuntu 20.x, or you can go for CentOS also if you want. So let me tell you in this way. If you want, this is the Debian family. Okay, Debian family. So your organizations may be using Debian family or Red Hat family. Okay, Red Hat family means RHEL also will come into this. RHEL. So RHEL 7, 8 is a paid one. CentOS is a open source version of paid one. Okay, so either you can go for CentOS family, CentOS or Ubuntu. These are the things. So I'll show you one of which, or maybe both of which I'll show you. That's not a problem. So how to create a VM? So if you want to work with Ubuntu or CentOS. Windows also again depends on your 16 or 19. It's up to you. Make sense, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, now what we are doing, first thing, step number one, download a OS image. This will be most of the time will be in ISO format. Okay, download a OS ISO image. Now the size will be 4 GB. Okay, so I'm just writing the steps, but you will do offline. I have already downloaded it, but I'll share the URL with you. Let's say I want to download Ubuntu download. Just put the Ubuntu download, enter. Now guys, here understand this. You have to look at the here version. Do you want this one? So no, we decided we'll go for 20x. This is the latest one, by the way. So 23 has also come. And so here you see these are all the downloads. So I want to go for the little older. So what should I download? So where is that older one? I'm just looking for that 20. They removed that, so I'll get it from the Google 20. Here it is. Okay, so this is the downloading options. Here you have, see, ISO image. Okay, so I'll just put it up in the link, so you will not get struggling, Now guys, understand that in Ubuntu also there is a two variant. One is a desktop variant and there is a server variant. Anyone have idea what is the desktop difference between desktop and server? Anyone?
It is about the user interface, right?
Yeah.
How
So
we use it.
desktop you will have UI. Server will have a no UI. That's a major difference. So my recommendation would be never get a habit of UI. Get into the server command line. Okay, so that is a things. So that's the reason if you see that here, this is the desktop one. Okay, this is the torrent one if you're using torrent, but avoid the torrent because it will bring the virus in your laptop. And if you install torrent, not because of this, because of torrent installations. And here if you see, there is a server editions also. See, server editions. This is a 1.4 GB and this is a 4 GB. Now if you want to get it the latest one also, by the way, installations will work for the same, all will be same. There's no difference for the latest and you know uh, older version. But I'm asking you to practice the 20. There's no much difference 2022 because your organizations will be using 2020. Okay, that is the things. Now how do we download CentOS? So download CentOS image, just write it, and here you see, click on this, and here you have a 7. Okay, so this is your architecture is this one, x86, mind it. So we have to download from here, CentOS. I think it's a 4 GB and 9 GB accordingly. So this is the mirrors you have. Accordingly, you can go and download. Okay. So any questions so far, all of you?
Will you share the link on this notepad with us in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
chat?
I'll share. Yes, I'll share.
Okay. In the WhatsApp chat,
So
right?
yes, I mean, I'll share there's a way to share the notes. I'll share.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so step number 1, what we wanted to do, I wanted to download the ISO. Now, where is my ISO? So let me show you. I have already downloaded because just to in front of you downloading is time consuming. So let me show you. So software, I think it should be, and then VMs here. See, all this ISO I'm having it already. So this is the Windows ISO. Am I audible, all of you?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I'm having some audio issue, I mean internet issue. So keep informing me. So this is the Windows ISO I downloaded, okay, from the internet. This CentOS 7 DVD version, it's a UI version, and then this is a 22 and 20. This is a minimal version of CentOS, and there's one more. I think I don't remember what is this. Okay, so that is a step number 1. After that, step number 2, create a VM. Okay, create a VM. How do we create that? I'll show you. Step number 3. Step number 3. Attach a ISO image to VMs and start. This is important. So let me create a VM. So the guys, this is your virtual box. Okay, you see I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 VMs you have. So I might have created it last demo. So what I'll do, because I don't want to create a burden on my laptop. So last one, I'll delete it. So remove, delete all files. CentOS 7, remove, delete all files. That means permanently I'm deleting. Linux, remove, delete all files. And CentOS, remove, delete all files. Windows also, I'll keep it, remove, delete all files. So it's, empty now. All VMs I deleted because I created for the last demo. So now the question was, how do we create a VMs? So go to file, okay, and you see, or else go to machine, okay, and click on the new, okay. Mind it, here you have add option, and under the file also you have add option, new cloud VM. So basically, Cloud VM is a functionality using that you can create a VM from here to there and work here. But right now we are not doing that one. So go to this one, new. Okay. So what we decided, we'll go for Ubuntu 20x. Correct now? So automatically, this the moment you type Ubuntu here, automatically they select here Linux, Windows, all this thing automatically, and version and all. So automatically they select 64-bit is there, must be there. Click next. Now here is asking, hey, you are creating a VM, how much recommended memory you want to give it? So 2 GB is sufficient for it. For learning purpose, 2 GB to 4 GB depends on that tool part, okay? But sometime you need a 8 GB also. That's the reason I said you should be having laptop of 16 GB if you want 8 GB VM or something. But for learning purpose, all the tools 2 to 4 GB will get installed. That is more than sufficient. Okay, so what is your all of your memories for laptop? Anyone? Can you just vote for it? Vipin, Nesmall, all of you?
8 GB.
Yeah. So what you can
Mine
do,
is
I would
also
suggest, so what I would suggest you can visit the nearest, computer shop and see the possibilities of upgrading, add one more 8 GB. What will happen? If you, this will cost you, I think 2,500 rupees only. But the kind of flexibility and speed you get, it is tremendous. Okay, so I bought one laptop. The laptop which I'm using, actually it's 8 GB only, because most of the configuration is 8 GB. So I visited and upgraded to 16 GB. Now I'm planning this month, I'm planning to go for 32 GB machines. I mean new machines, I'll get it. So you should be having very solid machines with yourself, without so you should not be dependent on everything for
16
your
will suffice, right? 16.
16 is too much, yeah, for your learnings. Okay, so I'll go for and creating a 2 GB RAM and hard disk based on the recommended size. Done. And what is the disk type will be there? VDI, VHD, VMDK. Now what I want, this is assignment for you. This is the disk size, disk type will be there. These are, when you create a virtual machine, these are the three types of disk you have. Hard disk file type. Okay, so here hard disk file type, and I want you to tell me VDI, difference between VDI versus, okay, VHD versus VMDK. Okay, so this is something I want you to find out, and write assignment on the debug school. All of you have got the access to debug school? Hello?
Yeah, Raj.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that is the things. Okay, so I'll go for anyone, that's not a problem for us right now, but I'll go, let it be first one, no problem. Next. Okay, your disk size should be automatically allocated, or it should be fixed, automatically, dynamically allocated. Now, what is your disk size? So 10 GB, that is, I'll go for it. This is the place where you have a disk for image, VM. and create. That's all. So guys, this is the second thing which I did it. Did you have any questions, all of you? So this is the second item, I did it. Now what I'm going to do, create an ISO image, sorry, attach an ISO image to VM and then start a VM. Okay, so for that what I'll do here, go to the setting, little bit careful because recordings will be shared, don't worry, and storage. And you see here empty, all of you. And then you see here this round CD button, all of you. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here you see, here you have two options. Now here you have few options because I have already selected. Go for choose a disk file, and my location is here. And this is the locations, and I'm going for 1 to 2020 server edition. Okay, 1 GB, less time it will take, and then open and click OK. That's all. So this is something you did it. And now you click on this and start the VM, normal start. Okay, so that is you did it. Now you follow this here. Now guys, here you will have a little bit irritation because, and you know what, in a DevOps, patience is important. If you feel everything will be just smooth, then you are setting up, you are expecting a wrong thing. Actually, you are in a wrong domain actually, because in DevOps, 80% of the work is a patience and troubleshooting. That means you should get frustrated and habit of frustration, because that way you will learn the troubleshooting skills. Okay. So anyways, so here you will get the pop-up. Just close this and I will wait for it. Okay. And just wait for it and then see that what exactly happening. Okay. So meanwhile, what I'll do, I'll create one more VM and follow the same process. So go for new, this time CentOS. Automatically they selected next, 2 GB RAM, next, 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 8 GB disk, create. And here this is CentOS setting, go to storage, click on this CDs button, choose a file and CentOS 7 minimal, which is 1 GB. Others desktop is 4 GB, that's huge actually. And next, okay. And here you can start. So here this VM, I think there's some kill happening actually. Some problem in this VM. Maybe some kill has happened. It says end kernel panic, means kernel has killed this. Okay, so it could be due to many reasons actually. And I'm thinking what could be the reason for it. So what I'll do, I'll stop it. See, how do you stop it? Power off. Start again. Okay, so kernel has killed that request. So let's see. And here after this, I'll start the CentOS also. So if you are having 8 GB, 2 VMs easily you can run and get started. Okay, so let's see that if his second one is killing or also. This is also being killed. Attempt to kill the task. Okay, now here what has happened? Look at my screen carefully. Do you see my cursor on my screen?
No.
All of you? Now what has
Yeah.
happened? I clicked on the inside the console area and now my cursor is gone. So control has gone inside a VM now. Now how to get back my cursor, means control back to my Windows. So above
Control
the,
step.
which one?
I mean, long put, use control and then we can move. Control space something. Control, I think.
No. Control will not help you. So I want you to read it because you'll get frustrated sometime and you'll spend 1 hour in Google. So right side, you see the my time 9:44 on my screen, bottom section.
Yeah.
Above then what is written?
Right control.
About- Yeah, right.
Wonderful. Yeah. So if you lose the control of your cursor, then press the right side of your keyboard with control and then you get to your cursor. Again you click, lost it, right control, got it. Again you click, lost it, right control, got it. I revised multiple times, so I hope you'll not forget. So now this
So
is
what
panicking.
did you do? What did you do there? Sorry.
Right side of keyboard, control button. Just click it and you get back.
Okay. Okay.
And it's written, no, right control, right side control. Correct, no?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's killing. Now why it is killing, I have no idea. So I need to troubleshoot. But in this session, it's not a good idea. So what to do? I will go and shut down. Okay. And now I will map with other VM. Maybe I'm suspecting my file got, you know, uh, uh, this one, what to say, corrupted. So I'll just delete this VM and create a new Ubuntu VM. Okay. Ubuntu. And next 2 GB. Okay, I understood now why it was getting killed. Maybe RAM was less or something, maybe because of that. So let me increase that this time, and same process, there is no difference. And I need to kill some of my process in my machines. Let me try one more time. So same process you have to follow, and storage empty. Now I'll go for 22 because I don't want to fail again because it's just a waste of time. And okay, and start. So 22 is also good. It's up to you. Now there's one pop-up, close this, and yes, now it works. So you see, try or install Ubuntu server, enter. So maybe the memory issues were there, 2 GB assigned, which was not sufficient for that installation, not for running, mind it, installation. So that's the reason kernel killed that. Now, because I'm running this, it will, okay, by the way, this is also killing actually. Kernel attempted to kill the task. Why is killing? Okay, let me stop this. Let me start the CentOS and let me check my RAM. Just give me a few seconds. Let me start this. And here you see test or install. So install, and hopefully, because my system is highly occupied, so I'll do one thing. Let me close some of the stuff. Okay,
I
so
think the
this has taken.
storage you have to give more, I think, because I remember installing Kali once. RAM was 2 only I gave, but the application required more or something. And
No,
the
storage,
storage.
even 4 GB is sufficient. Storage is like
Oh,
1 GB is sufficient. My
okay.
machine, the problem is, let me close my lots of application because I feel CentOS got started. So I feel for Ubuntu, memory is a problem, I think. Yeah, my memory is highly utilized and CPU. So let me close some of my applications in my system. Just give me 2 seconds because it's wasting my resources. And I usually open up so many things parallelly. So that is something. So just give me, let me kill some of my process. Okay, now let me share my screen. Now I'll go to the services because I don't want to, I cannot restart the server right now in the session. But some of the services which is running, I will stop it because in this machine, hell lot of things you have it. So I'll just stop it, disable it. And this is the way you can optimize your computer. And though I have a limited time now, I'll just high level, I'm doing it. Not able to find. Oh, Javis agent is running. See, my bad. And so should be okay now. It was a memory issues because kernel, when the kernel will kill, no, that means you are asking too much of resources, which is beyond your beyond the resources availability. Okay, so this is CentOS. Can you see my screen? So and then click here. Now, guys, in CentOS, you have to play with the keyword. If you, again, I repeat, you have to play with the keyword. If you try to become a cursor guy, mouse guy, then you'll get frustration. So be very careful. I'm using tab and I'm talking. So right now, default is selected English and United States. Can you see my screen, all of you?
Yes, yes, we can see this.
Yeah, so you have to play with the tab, mind it. So I play tab, now it's in here and then here continue. Now my tab is highlighted with the continue and then press enter. Okay, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but this is how it is. So, right now what you have to do, see, this is somewhere you need a little bit of live session for this only because I remember I wasted so many days for that. How to go about it? Quit, begin installation. What? Begin installation is not active. So, there is one option which is called system. Can you see that, all of you? System section. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to take the tab to the system installation destination because you cannot use the cursor tab. Let me this. I'm doing it so you'll understand this. See here. And then hit enter. And then hit again enter. Don't do anything, just enter. That's all. And then automatically the keyword will go to the begin installations. You have to again tab, use the tab, quit and begin installation and enter. That's all. Now installation has started. Okay. Now meanwhile, what you can do, take a tab to set up a password. So root password, user creation not required right now. You can do it later on. So what is the password? Rajesh123 and Rajesh123. And then again tap till you get it to the done. And now, okay, password is not matching. So Rajesh123, Rajesh123. I think I'm doing something wrong in the password typing. Rajesh123. Yeah, now it's match. Done. So now it will take 10 minutes approx to get it installation done. Remember, username will be root, password is a root123. Did you understand that?
Yes.
Hello. Now let me try with Ubuntu also. So now setting, go to storage, click here, already assigned 20, and let me try to run this. So kernel was killing, hopefully this time it might not kill. Okay, one more thing reason it can be, I one of the things I'm running in my server, I'll tell you. First let me show you all this problem also. So I'm trying to install now Ubuntu server 22.x. Okay, let's see if it's killing or not. Seems like it's not killing now. So see here, okay, now it's killing. So what is happening, I'll tell you. Ubuntu, when you create a VM, it required a little bit of heavy lifting. Heavy lifting means heavy RAM. One more thing which I'm doing is one VM I'm running through the different hypervisor, which I'll tell you. So what I'm doing here, I am running the WSL also in this machine. So that is a problem. So what I'll do, I'll just stop the WSL. I'll explain you what is WSL, but right now I just want to stop it. Okay, so because it's consuming my lots of CPU and lots of RAM. So how do we stop it? That command, I want this one. So go to the PowerShell, go to the admin mode, and just to save my system from the failing, shut down. So I think I shut down. Now let me try doing this. Restart, power off, and normal start. Hopefully it should work. If not, then we'll shut down the other one and then see. Sometime reboot is required because my system is highly utilized. That is the reason. So this is the way you can check this and do that. So is it killing? It's killing. Okay, so see, end kernel panic, not syncing, attempt to clean the ideal task. Okay, end kernel panic. Let me just put it up. End kernel panic, not syncing VirtualBox. This is the known issues, but I cannot do much without restart. See here, got it? So I had given 4 GB RAM. Okay, but the problem is my system is not having availability for the RAM. So let me try one more time. Last time, shut down. Let me go and give it the 2 CPU. I'm adding the more CPU. See if I get lucky. So 4 GB RAM I have given, 2 CPU. Let me give it and see if it is get lucky. I'm having 7 CPU right now. i7 basically. Please don't kill. Kernel should not kill my process of VM, and it seems is working. Okay, so now what I did, I increased the CPU and CPU hold that requirement of creating a VM. So probably it might come. Now it's not killing so far, and hopefully my VMs will be up and running in a few minutes. Okay, meanwhile let me check the another one, which is CentOS. So CentOS, if I see, almost done. It will take some time, I know that. So see here the progress bar and so on. So likewise. So far it has not killed. So let's see if it's get started in some time. So now this whole things will follow and end the results you will get VM. Results for this is you would get virtual machines and which you can use for connecting. So far so good, all of you?
Yes, sir.
All of you? Okay, so I need at least one VM to show you the demo. So just wait for a few seconds. See, it's done. CentOS is done. Good news. So go to the reboot machines and done. So that means CentOS installation is completed. Now you can access it. Now see, I lost the cursor. So I hit control. I got it and so on. So now this CentOS enter. So now guys, here again I lost this. So right side. Let me see the Ubuntu progress. So Ubuntu progress is doing it. It will take some time. Okay. And CentOS is done. Now what was the username? I forgot. Anyone remember?
Rajesh 123.
Yeah. So username is root, no? Password was Rajesh123.
Yeah, sorry, sorry.
Now guys, this is your console, this is your Linux server, you can work. But you know what, while working on this console you get lots of irritation. Why? Because copy paste is not allowed easily. Okay, so copy paste is not allowed easily. So what I can do, first, once you get the VM, first you should check, please, this is important, you should check, do you get the IP address or not? So IPA command, and here if you see, you don't have IP address at all. So guys, IP address you get it if you are connected to the network. Agree? All of you?
Yes.
So right now this machine is not connected to your network. Network means the host machine. Network. Internet is not connected. Network basically. So what we do? So I need to enable the network. It's like manually you can go and enable and disable your network like that. So what to do? So there's one command which is called nmtui and enter. Okay, and you see edit connection, activate a connection, and set a host name. So here you have to click on the activate a connection, and you see there's one wired connection, activate. That's all. So by default in CentOS, mind it, by default in CentOS your network is there but is not connected. So now you have to activate it using nmtui, and now you have IP address. So what is IP address? Can you please read out? Let me name some of you. So Kantiraj, Kantaraj, can you just tell me that what is your IP address in my screen?
The INP0S3, I was referring it 10.0.2.15.
15, yes. So can I access that? How can I access this IP address? Because see, I don't like to work here because copy paste is disaster, and now I lose the control. So guys, then the question is how to access Linux VM using network IP address basically. Okay, that is a question. So guys, you can use lots of SSH, terminal. So I'll go to my blog here and just write it SSH, SSH terminal, terminal, correct now? Oh, there's spelling mistake in that. So here, there's so many terminals you get it. See here, list of free tools for tabbed multiple, da da da, and list of this one is also there, this one is also there. Okay, so here these are the popular one. Okay, list of secure shell tools, and this is also my popular one. So which is the easiest to use? Which one the first you should start using it? Tell me, anyone which you are using for SSH access? All of you?
Putty.
Putty, yes. Putty is the foundation. Everyone should start Putty, and then you should migrate to something. So let me tell you some of the my recommendation is you can use MOBA Extreme, which is a free up to the 10 host, and you can also use M Remote NG, which I'm using also. Okay, so these two you can use it. By the way, let me tell you here, Visual Studio Code also has a Bash plugin, so you can use that one also. By the way. Got it? So many options are there. Again, depends on your use cases. So just check it out. Okay, so this is the two you can use it for accessing the things. You have all the, it will save your time for the future, but it start with the putty. So now the question is how to download the putty and all. So here I'll write putty, enter. Okay, one more important things, download the putty from the URL which I am giving you. Anyone have idea why I'm saying only I'm giving you use that, not from the Google?
There might be many fake.
Yes, in the Google there are lots of fake URL, and you download it by mistake, you think you are downloading putty and you get something and you get a virus. So be careful actually. So now the question is how do we download it? So here this is the tutorial will help you. Okay, So this is the URL you should try, and there's a screenshot also shared, 64-bit, and this is how you can log in. See, putty screen by screen I have given it to you. Okay, you can follow this. It will save your time, basically, not to struggle. So now you got this here also. So this one, the how to log in to Linux using putty. I must remind you again, download only from this URL, not from Google, because this is lots of scam you have over there in the Google. Okay, so now I have a putty. Where is this? So let me search for in my machine. Here it is, putty. By the way, it's a stand installer. Okay, installer means you copy in some location and use it. So now guys, you know what? First thing I should note it down my IP address. So what is my IP address for CentOS? See, this Ubuntu is still going on. Really, this is not good. Installation is creating lots of trouble. That means it's like a memory and RAM requirement, but it'll take some time. Let it be. Anyways, we have one Linux available. So here, so IP address 10.0.0.15. So 0.215. So 10.0.215. So guys, can I access this machine using putty? See here and click open. That's all. Now it's not connecting. It's not connecting. So how do we troubleshoot? So whenever some IP address is not connecting, no, the fundamental you do, try to ping that machine and see it's not pinging. So guys, what is happening? I'll tell you. Here, the IP address which you got it here, where is that? Here, we need to understand. So go to the VMware and this is CentOS. Click on this setting button and setting button, go to the network and you see you have a network attached to NAT. So here you have NAT, multiple network you have. So I want you to work on to little bit of fundamental of networking, though it's not required right now, but I want you to study this one. So what I want to study, NAT versus bridge. Okay, bridge versus host, and so here bridge, host, NAT, and not attach versus not attach. Now I want, just a second, hold on, bridge adapter, bridge adapter, and NAT I have given host only adapter, host only adapter. I want you to study this one. Okay, I want you to come out of this assignment. This is assignment number 2, and here this I want you to find out what is the difference between the NAT networking versus bridge networking versus host networking versus no networking. No networking you understand, but I want you to come out this little bit of fundamental of networking also. But right now, because I want to tell you for my requirement, so let me draw a picture. So NAT, what happens? Understand this. So this is your VM environment. Okay, virtual. This is your virtual box. And NAT, what happens when you create a multiple VM, VM1, VM2, VM3? So NAT, what happens? They create one network automatically here. And where are you right now? Theoretically, you are in the host Windows machine, right? You are here and you are trying to connect here because this machine is in different network. You cannot connect to it. So what to do? So right now your Windows machine is connected to Wi-Fi, correct now? There's one Wi-Fi in your home, correct now? Hello?
Yes, Arya.
Yeah. So now what I'm saying, bridge means you are connecting to that bridge only. So all the machines will connect to that bridge. So let me show you the IP address first of all of my machines. IPA. IPA will not work in the Windows if config. Okay. IP config, my bad. Because I'm Linux mindset. So sometime here. See the series is 192.168.1.5. So this is my IP address. So what I will do, I will change the network type to bridge. Life will become easier. Okay. That means now the VM is connecting to your Wi-Fi network. Okay, so this is the series. Okay, let me show you the IP address now. So go to the VM, CentOS VM here, clear the screen, and now did you got this IP address range which is of your bridge mode? Bridge IP address got changed? All of you?
Yes, it's good.
Yeah. So now this will save you lots of time and effort. Okay. Why? Because putty is very good. You will have a what is IP address? I forgot that. It's 8, right? 1.8. So 192.168.1.8. This is my IP address. Okay, which is connected to my Wi-Fi. So that's a bridge mode. But yeah, you please take all of my assignments seriously, whatever I'm giving you with certain mindset, because this will help you. Again, there's assignment here. This will help you. So please take it seriously. Okay, because lots of things you have to learn, uh, and it's not very possible to put it everything in one go because it's like a entire software engineering. Okay, so now what I need to do, so I'll go and put it to that. So go to the new session, put the IP address, and you see first time it will say, hey, are you sure you want to connect with this machine? Yes, of course, because that's my machine. Accept. Username is root and password is Rajesh123. Enter. And now guys, I got one machine, and here lots of copy paste also will work. For example, copy, right click, paste it. So easy. So your life is easier now working with the Linux. Understood now, all of you?
Yes.
So this is something which you have to understand. Now let me get a status of Ubuntu. This has ditched me. So still okay, no problem. So I will not waste time, but the process will be same for creating and so on. So please remember that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do. So guys, this is how you create a VMs. That was a expectations. So now I'll tell you, instead of wasting money here and there for looking for the lab somewhere outside, focus on your laptop. Your laptop itself is a can provide you everything, and create your virtual machines. So this is how you create a virtual machines. Now let me do shut down this one, okay? Because I don't have a much resources. So this one I'll just power off and try to run one more time if I get succeed. You have a test memory downside. You can test before installations. That might help you, but Ubuntu, I know that little bit of heavy lifting RAM you need it initially, but last time it got success. This time it got failed. So I believe I'm running the laptop from long time, so lots of processes is being used, which is consuming my CPU resources, you see. So 100% CPU is being used, that is a problem. Now if I see that uh, lots of thing is running actually. So I don't want to restart because our sessions will be hampered, but let me kill the this one. Go to meeting, I cannot kill. Let me, Chrome, let me kill this. Yes. Oh, I cannot kill the Chrome because, yeah, I need to show you the demo. Okay, now it has moved actually. Yeah, so that's a good thing. So now it will be done in few seconds, I guess. Okay, so read the error and you will have a things get started. So I think it has moved, so it will get done. Okay, so now that is done. So any questions on the VMs part, virtual machines? All of you?
No,
Hello?
no, doctor.
Okay. Now guys, next way, which is more easy, sorry, more easier than VM VirtualBox, which has come WSL. So what is a WSL? Let me put it in my blog. So here, if I put it in a blog, WSL, and here you see few tutorials we have it with the WSL. Run Linux on Windows. So what is the WSL? So basically you can run Linux on Windows using WSL. So what is the WSL? So WSL, I would say, I'll put it in this way. Just now we use VirtualBox for creating VM. Likewise, Microsoft has released one tool which is called Hyper-V, hypervisor. Okay, that's another hypervisor. Okay, Hyper-V. So Hyper-V is installed in all the you know if you have a genuine Windows operating system, it's there. Sometime it will be enabled or disabled. You can do that. So what is happening? Look at this here. Um, let me snip it actually. So they are creating. mm, they are creating. See here. They are creating one Linux-based file system. Okay. Okay. Linux-based file system on the Windows itself with the help of hypervisor. So that means here this is your base machine which is in Windows, and on that they will run this VM using Hyper-V that will be in Linux. And working with WSL is more easier than the VirtualBox. Okay, why? Because it's a built-in. Okay, so here there's a multiple version of WSL has come 1 and 2, right now 2. Now how do we install the WSL? So guys, this is a little tricky, so don't expect the normal installations. I repeat, if you have a genuine version of Windows, then only you can use this. Okay. So first thing, how to install WSL in Windows? So go to the PowerShell and run this command WSN hyphen install. That's all. Mind it, open this PowerShell using run as an administrator. So here if I go and open this PowerShell, run as administrator, though I have installed the WSL, mind it. Okay. So go and WSL hyphen install. Okay, run this. What will happen? Right now it's Ubuntu. For you it will be installations. Okay, what will happen? WSL will be installed. Now after that installing, you need to do something else. What? So guys, you need to go to the store. This is important. This step is important. Whatever I'm saying, you have to do that one only. Okay, so you have to go to the store. Which store? So Microsoft store. Okay, so these are the some of the stuff you can do. Okay, but you need to go to the store, and let me show you here. And here you need to go to and search for WSL after installing WSL. Okay, so I've done just now. You see here, mine was done already. So here they are launching my Ubuntu. I'll tell you what is Ubuntu. That's what. So after installing that command, you come here and type WSL here also. But you have installed the WSL using command line, which is, you see, installed. I did thing, but you can do through the this one also. But why I have come here? I come here to show you. See here, Ubuntu is here. 20x Ubuntu, 18x Ubuntu. Some other version of also Fedora you want, here you have. WSL manager here you have. Okay, so these are the things. Basically, what is happening? You will work on Linux. I mean, basically you get a VM of Linux in Windows only. I did it, or you see already installed. Right now this is not installed. I don't want to install new one because it's consuming space. So now what I'm going to do, after you install this one, go to the start menu, Ubuntu, and here is your VM. That's all. Life is very simple. See Linux, see here Linux. This is another Linux, and this is existing Linux I'm using a lot. this one. Are you understanding, all
So,
of you?
so is how we did hypervisor, like one of the software that was VirtualBox, is that similarly WSL that helps us
No.
create?
So WSL is empowered by Windows itself, okay? And VirtualBox is a different hypervisor. So here what you can think of it, uh, if you like more VMs to be created, multiple VM 4, 5, 6, 10, you can use this one. What do you say? Ubuntu, I mean VirtualBox. Or if you need one VM quickly get started and all, then you can go for this one. Simple.
Oh, no, I'm saying diagrammatically when you showed hypervisor and then the separate kernels.
Haha.
Similarly, instead of hypervisor, the kernel will, not kernel, sorry, WSL will come there, correct? Is it the
Right.
same way? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's no kernel actually in this. There's a file system work they have done it. See here. Look at
Oh,
this
there's
here.
no kernel. Okay.
See here. This is your hypervisor and Windows kernel, NT kernel, Linux kernel. And here you have, this is a WSL machine. Now this machine you can work with Windows user mode. That means you are able to access it. So a little bit of architectures are different, but this is how it is. This architecture here you see that. This is the good architecture. So if you want to understand the WSL architecture, see you have a hypervisor, okay? A hypervisor, what we have hypervisor, which is Hyper-V in this case. Okay, so when you run this command, no Hyper-V will be installed. Which command? This command, WSL hyphen install. Got it? So this will do. And then after that, you got the one, you have a Linux mode, you have a Windows mode, and any mode you can switch back here to there easily. That is awesome. So it's powered by Linux kernel, it's powered by Windows NT kernel. So this is Hyper-V, hypervisor, Hyper-V. This is a Microsoft product. Okay. So which one you are using? That's up to you. So now this is your, not this one. Let me close this. Let me close this. This is your Ubuntu. So let me tell you what you have to do in a short way. Step number 1, install WSL. Step number 2, how do we install the command? Go to store and install Ubuntu. Step number 3, use it. That's all. Go to start menu, and click on Ubuntu and use it. That's all. Understood now, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, now I'll tell you one very, very good thing. What is good thing? You know what? I'll first create a pictures and then tell you the beauty of WSL. So here, understand in a simple way. This is your Windows machine, and this is you are in Windows, and this is your Linux WSL, Linux VM, Ubuntu VM. Correct now? Now guys, what you can do, if you want to access the WSL, this is the one command line, but here there is a problem. The problem is you don't have UI part. That means editor and all, you don't have a rich editor. VI you can use it. I'll teach you all this thing. Don't worry. But the which editor you like it? All of you, tell me which editor you like it.
In Linux, you're asking?
No, editor, file editor. Any
Notepad plus
editor
plus.
which better than that you like it, which you are using it.
Mostly I use VA and Vim.
You guys are using this one, uh, Visual Studio, Visual Code.
Yes, we are using. Yes.
Yeah. So most of the people, most of the programmer are using Visual Code nowadays. Now you know what? Think about it. Very simple integration. You are on Windows, and this is your Visual Code Studio, and this you can work in the Linux. That means files are here. You can modify using Visual Studio Code. Wonderful, right? So you are writing here the code in Windows that is getting changed in the Linux, and then you can do whatever you want. That means you don't need to use VI also. How can we do that? So let me show you that. So here
So that's
visual,
only possible when we do WSL, right? The
yeah,
Hyper-V.
WSL only, WSL only.
But does it
Okay.
have a GUI? I didn't see a GUI. I could only see a
WSL you don't have GUI. Yeah.
okay, only command line.
Yeah. So command line means, see, it's all depends on that what kind of images you have. So if you go to the Microsoft Store, see here how many images you have. So here when you type WSL, then you will see here. Look at this. So this is the installation itself which I did it. But this I installed it, Ubuntu 20.x. See, if you
Does
see
it
the
have a
terminal,
GUI? Oh,
huh?
terminal environment. Oh, so does
Terminal
it have?
environment. That no UI, only command line, server edition.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a terminal, this is a terminal. Here, this is also terminal, this is also terminal. If I go to Fedora, yeah, this is also terminal. So like that. So depends on how
So
many.
it
This
will
is a new
come up. It
technology.
will come up then. We don't have right now. You're saying right? Right now it's only
No, we don't.
terminal images.
And this is a pretty much new initiative actually. Recently, they have started taking this seriously, and developer love this because of, you see, you are running in the Windows, modifying the files and actually stored in the Linux, and after that you go and compile whatever you want to do. So how do we do that? So let me open up Visual Studio Code, open up. I have not done integration in this laptop. Let me do in front of you. And here WSL is my running, okay? And there's a, what is this? Close. It's not responding. Let me shut down my VM. I have a memory issues actually. Visual Studio.
Major difference between WSL and VirtualBox is like VirtualBox has GUI and we can create multiple
Hmm,
VirtualBoxes. And for virtual,
no. After that, see, UI means this UI you are talking about. Then, Mike, that for you have a store, no? Store is UI for installing, correct, no? Yeah. Both are, you should focus on the terminal based itself, I mean command
yes,
line
yes.
Linux and so on. What is why this is not responding?
And you also said WSL we don't have kernel, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So now you see here, this is my editor. By the way, so many got open. Okay, so this is my editor. Now what we do in this case? So I will go here and go look for the extensions. So here you have extensions, and then here I will type WSL. Okay, searching for it still, and you see here, look at this here. These all are WSL related extensions. Now read this. Let me drag a little bit right side. See here. Open any folder in the WSL and take advantage of Visual Studio Code. I'll install it. In my other laptop, I installed it, not in this. So you can see that me doing it. Done. Okay. So now I got it done. Now this is done, and click on this and got WSL. Where is that? Some folder should come in. Remote Explorer. See here, Ubuntu. Click on this. See, there's a button, Remote Explorer. Okay. So let me do one thing. Um, Let me take a snapshot. So that way I can post it. So first thing, this is the one. Search for it. search for it and install for it. Read this line. Okay, so this is the image one. I'll publish it after some time. One. Okay, and now second thing, after that you have to click on hold on, let me close. Click on your editor and you see here Remote Explorer. Okay, so Remote Explorer here. So let me take a screenshot for this. This is image 2 and click here and you get this one. I have only one VM. Okay, and let me save this. All of your notes on debug school, you can keep it like that. It will be easy for you to future memories. And after that, click on this, double click, and now explore this. Third thing, this one and this one. This is the third thing. And last one, which is open a folder. Now you are accessing the all this thing. So okay, now this is your root folder of your WSL. Let me show you that how can you modify the files. So it's still loading, actually just wait for it. And done. Here first time it will ask you, hey, are you sure you want to trust this author? Yes, I trust this. Done. Now guys, this file which you see is a WSL. Let me show you here. Let me create a directory inside this. mkdir rajesh. Oh, is there rajesh1 cd rajesh1 c, and then vi. I mean, there's one file I'm creating, Raju. Okay, done. You see the file Raju, ls Raju. Now I'll go and Rajesh, refresh this. So how to refresh? Here it is. And Rajesh, where is that? Can you locate? Here it is. And you see Rajesh, Rajesh 1, sorry, my bad. Rajesh 1 and Raju. Now you write here, you modify the code here, so superb. And then check the code in the WSL if it is there or not. More. Raju, I
Rajesh,
saved
it
it.
is Rajesh, it is lagging for me. I'm not sure whether it's only for my part or it's lagging for everyone. I don't know.
Is it for everyone, guys? All of you?
Sorry, Rajesh, we missed you. What you said?
No, I'm saying that there's lagging, someone complaining. So is it for everyone or only for her?
No, I can, I can hear properly.
Okay. So now you see
Yeah.
that you are working here on the Windows, but storing the files there. So easy. Life is so easy now. Why should we go for something else, somewhere else, only where we get IP address and all? So now you can use WSL for setting up your environment being on Windows also. All of you understand? Hello? Any question?
Yes, sir.
Arshad, Arshia, Kantaraj, Nishmole, Rajiv, Vipin. You guys are not speaking actually. You- Last batch is more active than this batch actually. Last batch they asked too many questions.
Yeah, we are good, Rajesh. Now.
Yeah. So now if you have a questions, how to set up a lab, you have answers. VirtualBox, WSL. Now next topic which we have, how to connect Linux. Okay, so this I want you to understand because many scenarios you get it in future, so you have to connect the Linux. So let me open up my blog, so which will help you to get the guidelines. And here, how to connect Linux. This reference you can use for here. Now just a second. There's so many tutorials, but I'm looking for not able to locate quickly, by the way. Linux SSH. This is the one. This is the one. So this tutorial is very important for all of you, and I want you to take it little bit seriously. Okay. So first thing, how to log in Linux server using SSH. What is SSH? So guys, in Linux, see, when you connect to the Linux or Windows through network, you need a protocol. So when you connect with the Linux, you need a SSH protocol. For the Windows, anyone have idea what is a protocol?
RDP.
RDP, and one more
Protocol.
protocol.
Set of rules defined.
Ah, so one more protocol is there, WinRM. Okay, WinRM is HTTP based protocol. Remember, for Windows, WinRM and RDP. RDP probably you have used it. WinRM is the one which we'll use for the automation. And in Linux is very simple SSH. Okay. Now, which are the SSH client? Mind it, it's a client. So I shared with you some of the links already. So these are the popular clients. Though you can use Visual Studio Code also. How to use it? Do anyone have an idea how to use the this one? How to use it? So guys, here
No.
what you can click on this. Okay, sorry, click on the terminal. Where is the terminal? You see here terminal. Click on the new terminal, and you see here this is the one terminal which is the WSL. Now you want something else. So here you see this is the Windows terminal. This was a Linux terminal. See? Oh no, this is the Windows itself. So how do we use this? Plus button, and here bash, tumps, JavaScript, split terminal. So many functionality you have in this here. This is the bash terminal. See? So this is a I'm bash, but actually it's showing me the WSL only. Okay, so you go to the PowerShell here. You can go to the PowerShell. So for this, you have to open up a different explorer. So you need to minimize this. Go to another explorer and open editor. Okay, you have to close this. Just a second. New window. I got a new window, so it will be easy. And now this is my Windows actually. And then go to terminal and click on this. Now you have a terminal. This is a PowerShell. This is Windows. See, this is Linux. This is the Windows. So it's so easy. Life is so easy if you are using all this thing. Git bash you can use it. PowerShell you can use it. Command line you can use it. WSL here you have JavaScript debug terminal you have. So many terminals are there. Coming back to the points here. So first we need to get the some client. Then what are the SSH login method? Means how do you log in to the Linux? So you have IP address, that is the first thing, and then you have username and password. Just in my scenario, you have username and password, correct? But you know what? When you work with the cloud, means AWS or Azure, they will give you key also. That means keys also we to log in the things. So they'll give you username and private key. Okay, you can enable a private key in the your this VM also, that is possible. But when you're on an AWS, they'll give you username and password, a key and password also. So these are the two things where you can log into Linux. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now what you have, look at this. You want to work with the putty, then you have a IP address, username and password, or you can use the key also. Now, if you want to use SSH, okay, SSH command line. For example, let me show you SSH command line. What is my IP address? My IP address is this one. So how do we use SSH client command line? So go to the git bash, install the git bash also. You can use a PowerShell also. PowerShell also has SSH. SSH username is root and IP rate of IP address. This is the SSH connections. Okay, through command line. And IP address I put it up. It should be giving me the password prompt. Okay. So likewise, why is not giving? Oh, okay. I shut it down that VM. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so let me do log into this machine then. So this machine, what is IP address? IP address is this one. Okay, WSL IP address, you don't need to change the network, so it will work. So enter. See, and what is the password? I think Rajesh123 should be. I don't remember though. Okay, there is a problem is root password. I don't remember, but Rajesh is a username. If you see that here, WSL. Okay, it's a root only. Let me try Rajesh first because I'm able to recall Rajesh I created long back. Rajesh123. Yeah, that's a password I remember. And then I become, you want to become a root, then sudo -s Rajesh123. Yes. So I log in as a root, Rajesh user and then become a root. Okay. So now this is also, you can do command line. So you can use a putty using UI. You can do the git bash or Mac or something if you are using SSH. Are you comfortable with that, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that, okay. So key, how can we use the key? So key part that right now I don't have it, but when I teach you the AWS, then you will see that options. Okay, AWS when I teach you, then you'll see that options and you can use the key. So command line, if you want to use key, this is the SSH key name, username, and IP address. This will work on the command line. Okay. So this is the something. Once you got the VM, you must try this one and then get comfortable with it. So guys, this is something which we have WSL. All of you are okay with it?
Yes, Rajesh.
Now, third method which I'll teach you, if you are really if you have a 32 GB hard disk, let's say, or this you can do with a few GB hard disk also. But let's say you want to create a lots of machines. Lots of machine means let's say 5 machines, 10 machines, and you want to configure the machines. All this thing you want to do that. So you can use a Vagrant also. Okay. Vagrant. So you see here, this is Vagrant. Okay, so this tool basically is a tool developed by, let me write it for you. So it is, what is Vagrant? What is Vagrant? So Vagrant basically is a command line tool. Okay, but for what? That is a question. So we use this for creating a VM, configuring a VM, and sharing a VM. That means you want to create a VM using command line. All this thing is command line. Okay, command line. The automation tool, you can say. You want to create a VM, you can use Vagrant. You can configure the VM. Configure means you want to install some certain software in the VM. So you can do through command line. Or if you want to share your VM with someone else, then you can use the Vagrant. So now this tool is developed by HashiCorp. HashiCorp, you know this organization? HashiCorp?
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, this company, almost many tools I'll teach you in a DevOps SRE domain. So many products they have, and all their products is very popular in DevOps. So I'll teach you Terraform, I'll teach you Packer, Vault also, Console also, Vagrant. You see what is their environment workflow. That means if you want to create a development environment, we use the Vagrant for it. Okay, Vagrant for development environment means if you want to create your DevOps environment, you can use Vagrant for creating a VM, configuring VM, and sharing the VM using command line. Okay, so by HashiCorp. Now this tool is written in Go. Okay, mind it. Okay, that means it will work on the Windows also, Linux also, Mac also, because Go is a platform independent. Okay, so now how do we install the, how to install the Vagrant? I think you have an answer. Come to here, download this AMD 64-bit. That's all. Okay, so it's not a installer, mind it. This is a standalone installer. What is the difference between installer and a standalone installer? Anyone? Anyone? Hello?
Yeah, Rajesh.
What is the difference between installer and standalone installation? Installer. So
Mm,
installer means you have to install it through the wizard. Installer means click, 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 next program file, da, da, da. Standalone installer, just copy it and use it. That's all. So for example, let me show you that I have already downloaded it. So all the software I copy in the C drive. Okay. So C, tools, and Vagrant. Do you have Vagrant? Here. See here. Where is this Vagrant installer? This is the VM. This is the Vagrant. Yeah, this is the installer. So you can install it just like this, or again you need to check that whether you are standalone or you are getting downloaded or installer, because sometimes they have a both. Okay, Linux, this is the way command, and Mac you have this one. This will work in the not in a VM. It required the physical server. Mind it. So here, how to install it? Done. Now the question is, how do we create a VM? Okay, that is a question. So mind it, you require the prereq. So guys, this required hypervisor. So prereq is VirtualBox. That means if you want, hello, I'm audible.
Now you're audible, Raj.
Yeah, I think I lost the internet for a few seconds. Yeah, so can you see my screen?
Yes.
yes, Rajesh, we can say.
Hello. Yeah. So in order to work, see, Vagrant you can install it, but for this you require a VirtualBox, which you have already installed in this VirtualBox, the previous one. So here now, how do we create a VM? How do we create a VM? So let me show you the one of the tutorial which will help you. Mind it, it's a command line tool. Okay, and this one, see here, this tutorial will help you. Okay, I'm writing in this one here. So how do we create a things? So first thing, what you have to do, okay, what you have to do is just a second. This tutorial is not the one which I was looking for it. Something this one. See, Vagrant installation is here. Basic workflow is here. This is the one I was looking for it. Yeah. So yeah, this is the one. So here you can follow this one. And first thing, download and install the VirtualBox. You did it. Download and install the Vagrant. You did it. What is a box? So guys, in the last session, in VirtualBox, what you had a ISO image, but it contains, hello, what it contains, ISO image we had, right, in the
Yeah,
Yes.
in
VirtualBox.
the box, yes.
So it's a OS image, basically OS image. Okay. So in
Correct.
the VirtualBox we have ISO image, but in box simple. So box you need to add it. Okay. So from where you get a box now? You will say, Rajesh, where do you get it? Lots of locations we have. This is the locations. You can get a
Rajesh, if
box. You
you are
can create it.
sharing, we are lost you.
Yeah, we can't see
Ah,
your
yeah.
screen.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we lost our voice also in between, like few seconds, but yes.
Now it's visible.
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
yeah. So here ISO image we call it in a VirtualBox. In a Vagrant we call it a box. Now next question is, so this is the one popular website. You have hundreds of boxes. Image actually, okay. And this is also popular one. Okay. This is also popular one.
Rajesh, is this Vagrant a GUI or something, or it's only
No,
command line?
command line. So
Command
just
line.
forget about the GUI world in DevOps. Most of these are
Okay,
automation tools. So you have it.
okay.
So now you have to get it from here or here. Okay. So that is the boxes. So how do you get it? So here, this is the command to get it. So here you see command is Vagrant box add. This name you can give it anything, and you are creating a directory and all, and then this is the URL of the boxes. Now I have added it already. Let me check that. So go to the few boxes because it will take some download time. So I keep it ready for the demo. So here Vagrant list. So I have a few boxes already, which is downloaded, added already. So let me show you these boxes. List box.
Rajesh, can I ask you a doubt? Did
Yeah,
you download Vagrant and then you did those steps? I lost the
yeah.
part where I don't know, I didn't understand the part. Like, I understood how you did WSL, you did install WSL and then you downloaded to the app
See
store.
here, first thing, in order to work with Vagrant, first thing you have to do
Okay.
VirtualBox. You did it,
Oh,
correct now?
okay. Yeah.
Then second thing, you have to download and install the Vagrant. This is a command line tool from here.
Okay.
After that, once you install the Vagrant, then using command, you can run this command to add a, so basically you are downloading the VM image using command line. I did last time through manually. Got it? Downloading, this is a download actually using Vagrant
But if
command.
Vagrant requires VirtualBox, then what's the difference between two? Like WSL and VirtualBox were different. What's the difference
Ha,
between Vagrant and VirtualBox?
ha. So here I'll tell you Vagrant why we are using. So here Vagrant we are using for automation. See here, automation. So creating a VM you can do through the VirtualBox also. But if you want to automate the configurations of it, let's say Apache should be installed, Tomcat should be installed, Java should be installed, all these things, how do you do automation? So that Vagrant allows you to do that. Okay. And then it can also allow you to share the Vagrant box with other developer. That means you create a package, I mean your VM, customized VM, and share with the other people saying, for example, I'll say, hey, you had created a VM which is installing the DevOps school software. So then you spend almost 1 day for it. So you'll say,
Mhm.
Rajesh, you don't spend 1 day. I will create a box for you using Vagrant and I'll give it to you, share with you. You can start that within a few seconds. Likewise.
Got it.
So these are
So,
the advantage. Or
so Vagrant is not a hypervisor like a Hyper-V, right? It's
no,
like
no,
an
no, no.
add-on
It's an
to
automation tool.
add-on. Ah, okay.
Huh, it's not a hypervisor. Vagrant is
Okay,
not a
good.
hyper.
Because
It's an
you said
automation.
that you discussed VirtualBox, then this, and then this. So I thought this is also one of the type. Okay, no, that's my
No, no.
mistake. Thank
That's the reason you have to install the hypervisor here
you.
because Vagrant
VirtualBox.
will
Yeah,
create a VM using VirtualBox only.
got it.
Okay.
It's like an add-on to those. Okay.
Add on to that, yes. So now what I was talking about, okay, so you have to download, add it your thing. So I already did it. So let me show you the command line, how many Vagrant box I'm having it. So I'll be having few, 2 or 3 for demo. See here. So these are the multiple boxes I'm having. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to clean up. Actually, this is filling up my disk. So I can add more boxes like this. This URL from where you get it. This is what I was sharing with you here. This is, see, these are the URL for boxes. And here also hundreds of boxes, you see. People are using lots of boxes here. Ubuntu, all these boxes, you'll get it, a lot of it. Thousands of boxes here you have. Okay. So that is done. Now what next? So after that you have to create a VM. How do we create a VM? So there is a command which is called init CentOS 7. So here you are saying, hey, Vagrant, initialize one new VM, but which box should be used? So the one which you added here, CentOS 7. Okay. So you should be doing this one in the empty directory. So let me create an empty directory here. And empty directory, I must tell you, empty directory, November 2023, and go to the command, and I have a boxes already. I saw that CentOS 7 is here. So now I will go to Vagrant, this one, and run this command, enter. Okay, so whatever I'm showing you have to do that. Okay, now Vagrant, if you see that there's one file created, see, this is the configuration file. That means you can customize it, but right now you don't need to learn because it'll become too heavy. So now you,
Rajesh, just one question.
yeah,
Hello. So Vagrant only work with VirtualBox or with other we can use it,
yeah.
or it is
So
like
I long back I read it is trying to support the VMware also, but because not using it so much, not even sync actually. So just to check that, but doubt check that because from last 2 years I'm not using Vagrant. The reason is
okay,
immediately I have a company account and AWS and
got it.
all. Immediately I just use that. Okay, so here Vagrant image we created, and then initialize this, and now I will up. So this command will start your VM. All this uplifting will be done by this one. So sorry, Vagrant up. CentOS will be up in this. So now new VM will be created which CentOS up using command line. Let me show you in the VirtualBox. See, I had a two, this one I created manually. Just wait for a few seconds. It will come automatically here. See, one come, you see here. So this is managed by Vagrant, you see. Now you got this VM. How do we work on it? So you can log in using this command, Vagrant SSH. So let it come, it will take few minutes. Okay. And after that, you can use the Vagrant SSH. So this is the third way you can set up your environment in your laptop. So today I was focusing all about how can you set up your environment, because once you have a local environment, you don't need to ask anyone for, hey, how do I get this, that, and all. Everything you have in your laptop, and you can keep on running 24 by 7 without any additional cost. See here, I got this. Now if you want to, by the way, there's one mistake I did it. What mistake? Anyone have idea? So you should not use a command line. You should use, because SSH, right? So you should use what? Bash or something like that, PowerShell. So now Vagrant, and this command will log into that SSH. This command will log into the CentOS box which you created just now. See,
What did you say the mistake was? Like earlier, what mistake you did?
see, if I do Vagrant SSH here, then this is a command line, no? So you will not
Oh,
be able
yeah,
to
yeah.
enjoy. Yeah. So this behavior will be little odd. So use the something like a bash or something. Now the problem
But
is
we
I
can
don't
do
know.
SSH from the command line also, right?
Yeah, you can do that, but you won't find easy to work with SSH on the CMD. Use the
Okay.
PowerShell or this one. What do you say? Git Bash. That's easier.
Got it.
That's yeah. So password should be, I don't remember, Vagrant. You should ask the image box creator, Vagrant. Yeah, it worked. Most of the time it's a default password actually. So like that. So right now what you are inside this VM. This VM. Okay. And work is your machine and do whatever you want inside that. So guys, all of you understood that? How do we create local environments today? All of you?
Yes,
Yes.
good. Yes.
So guys, what I want to all of you this week, please note it down the activities. If you have a 8 GB, upgrade to 16 GB, my recommendation, because I don't want you to waste your time in frustration. All of you create a 2 to 3 VMs in VirtualBox, install your WSL. Yeah, all of you do that, because you don't know which in your organization which they'll be using. Some organization they say ask VirtualBox, some WSL, some Vagrant, depends on this. And then Vagrant also create a VM, play with it, okay, and struggle little bit of it, get frustration, and then fix that. All the issues if you are getting, you can put it in the WhatsApp group. And I mean, if you have an error message, put it in the debug school and share the URL in the WhatsApp group. That way I can respond it with the right solution. Others WhatsApp group will be filled with the error message, and accordingly. So now next class will be Linux command. I'll teach you in detail, and shell scripting. That is very important. So I'll tell you, in any interviews of DevOps domain or SRE domain or DevSecOps, 30% of your weightage for your interview is carried by Linux kernel, Linux commands, Linux troubleshooting, environment troubleshooting, and shell scripting. 30% weightage. So you should take this seriously. Okay. All this other stuff like Ansible, Terraform, AWS is 70%. So Linux is very important part of your profile. Got it, all of you?
Rajesh,
Any question?
the recordings we can view in debug LMS, right? But
LMS,
the
notes I'll share with you. Yesterday,
notes
last
where
time also.
no,
Okay,
I was asking, sorry.
at the end of the session, I'll share the one URL. There you'll have a notes. I'll share with you. Wait for it.
Okay, there you'll notes, and then where to post the assignments, like which
A debug
debug
school.
school.
Yeah,
Create a post and then you put it, or there'll be a post and
yeah.
then
Create a post. Yeah.
okay. Last
Okay.
week's also that I think the notes wasn't shared, right? So we'll share it, right, this week.
Yeah, I'll share it. I think it
Okay.
was shared already in the group. I usually do that. Let me check that.
Okay.
Okay,
Raj,
guys. Yeah.
yeah, I pinged the group regarding that, slide. One of the slides, it's not working. It's not opening. So did you check that one?
Probably I
I'm
forgot
not
actually.
sure whether
Just
it is.
push
Yeah,
that message. I'll check that.
yeah, sure. Yeah,
Just push that message on the reminder. I'll put it up. I forgot that actually.
Okay, okay, I'll do. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Then see you next session. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks all.